Hello everyone. OptiLive is a location-based platform that is used for your field team, that is a team of phlebotomists or home collection agents who collect sample from the various customers and provide it back for testing to your diagnostics. So this can be used for both B2B, that is for a clinic collection, and also a B2C scenario, that is from the collection from the customers. So it actually consists of two parts. One is the web portal login that is going to be used by your admin team and your management for creation of collections, assigning of collections, monitor the movement, and to see all the activity that is done in the field. And the other is going to be the OptiLive app that is going to be installed on the mobile of the phlebotomists or the home collection agents. Here you can see I have attached, for the demo purpose, I have attached my mobile and it has no active collections so far. So let's assign and see how the flow moves from the web portal to automatically to the collection agents, and then they perform the task. So you can sign in. It's very simple. It's a simple screen. You can see the menu on the right side and the left side is the same. Live collections both are same, and it means those collections that have not been completed yet and they are still open in the field. All collections would include both the open as well as completed collections, and collection agents would be your list of the phlebotomists or the collection agents. So you can add them one by one after they have downloaded, installed and registered on the OptiLive app. So you just need to click on add collection agent and just provide the name, the mobile number. Metadata is to capture, if you are capturing the temperature of the phlebo and you want to share it with the customer in the form of SMS, then you can mention it here. So we can see that these people who are shown in green are, for them the OptiLive is running, that is, it is running in the background. Even if the screen is closed, if the mobile is locked, it can still run in the background. And you can see that this person is online, this person is not online, and you can see number of collections assigned to them when they were last online. The idling data, I'll come back to this later. And there's something called the software and the hardware requirements. So you will see here, this is provided so that there is no discrepancy between the information that is being provided by the phlebo and what is in reality. So you can see that the location switch has to be on for you to understand where to see where they have gone, their location in the field. And there is something called a battery percentage. So battery percentage here, you can see it is showing as 74%. And let's check on the phlebo's mobile. You can see it is actually 73%. So this will show how what is the battery percentage in case there is any doubt, or in case there is any discrepancy of information, then you can check from the back end. And it will also show how it has, how the device data is also stored. So at what time, what was the battery percentage, and the location switch is true. So let's check here. This is my phone and you can see my location switch is true, and we do not use GPS, and I'll just show it to you. It is actually present in battery saving mode, which is good enough to use the OptiLive app. So let's quickly assign an order or a collection. So you go to collection agents, you go to collections, and you can create a collection. Now I'm just showing for the purpose of demo, I'm showing a manual method, but if it is integrated with your laboratory information system, then it will be a seamless flow. That is, the information can flow directly into the OptiLive web portal and therein to the phlebotomist. So bulk upload is something, if you have, let's say you have 80-90 collections to be done tomorrow, so you can upload them all in one go through an Excel file. Or otherwise, if you have one, let's say you have to assign one collection to a person, you can just go to create collection. And it is very, just 3 basic requirements for the OptiLive app to function. One is the phone number of the customer the other is the name, phone number, because it has to accept a 10-digit value, and if it is real time, then you can decide, if you want, you can send an SMS to the customer. Then the customer name and the customer address. And here you can see it is lab phone name and address. If you are running a B2B business also, it will be like this. So if it is a repeat customer, this the information would be auto populated. And there is something called collection amount. If you are collecting cash from the customer, payment mode, I'll just show you. Various options are payment. If you select payment URL, then in that case a payment link goes to the customer, and he can open that link and make the required payment, which can be through a debit card or credit card or net banking or wallets, and this is integrated with the payment gateway. And if you are collecting cash, then you can select cash here and mention the amount that needs to be collected. Assignment mode is of two types, auto and manual. Auto means that the system is automatically, it will decide to whom this collection, to which Flebo this collection should be allotted. Whereas if you select the manual mode, then you'll have the drop down of all those people who are ready to serve this collection, and you can choose whom you should assign this. So let's say we have assigned it to this Flebo who is attached here, and there's something called now or later, which is now means it is going to be instantly assigned on the Flebo's mobile, and later would come with a calendar. That is, later will have a date and a time, so you can choose, at what date and what time the collection has to be done. So there is a later option also, which from which you can select the date, you can select your slot, and it will be assigned on that day and time to the Flebo. So for the demo purpose, I am assigning it now, and you click on create. That's all. Success creating collection, new collection assigned to Samsung executive. So let's see. Previously you saw in the beginning of the demo there was no active collection. The moment the admin creates the collection, it is automatically assigned to the Flebo's phone. The phone vibrates and he also gets an in-app notification. Now this green mark in the center is actually to convert this address on a point on the Google map. So whatever address is provided, it will transform it to a point on the map. So once they click on, if it is a new location and the Flebo is not aware of the demo of the location, he can just follow the map and reach the customer location. So this is how it is integrated. He can follow the pathway that is suggested by Google Maps. He can also call the customer directly. So this is a clickable link. He can just call the customer to understand if he is available or not, or that he is approaching. And then he has to, once he starts moving from your diagnostic to the customer location, he has to slide to in transit. Slide to in transit is an indication that he started moving from the diagnostic towards the customer. Let's say he reaches the customer location, then he can get he can do couple of actions at the customer location. He can collect a feedback after the services are done, or he can capture an image which can be the image of a prescription. This can be, they can upload an image from the gallery, to take a photo of the prescription, or choose from library. All these actions can be performed. He can upload up to five images. Then he can also reschedule. So sometimes they call the customer and the customer is not available, or they can select a reason why the customer requested reschedule or the customer is unavailable. Whatever is the reason, they can select the reason and either cancel it or reschedule it with a date and time. So on that date and time, the system will be automatically, this collection would become live again and will be assigned. With the necessary comments, he can put that. Then he can collect a digital, if you want a digital proof of service, he can also collect the customer signature. So these actions can be performed at the customer location. and if he has he's supposed to collect some cash, so this is the flow. He has to click on confirm payment. Once he does that, the amount, if it has already been in if it has been inputted by the admin team, it will appear here along with the customer name and the mobile number. So he needs to click on send OTP. So this OTP goes to the customer to confirm that this is the payment, this is the kind of payment that he 300 rupees is going to pay. So at the back end, let's see what happens. We go to live collections. You can see here that it is showing the payment status is initiated and the payment mode is cash. Then any information he has collected, whether it is customer details or any image, any document, any customer signature, whatever information he collects can be visible right across this row, which is relevant, which is the row for this collection, this particular collection. There's something called reports. I'll just show you how that works. So all the information can be collected, and this way this is a backlink to show that this is how the information would be shared with the customer. He'll get an SMS link. Once he opens the SMS link, he will see the actual location of the Flebo with an ETD, that is what time he is exactly going to reach the customer location. If you want, you can share the mobile number of the customer with the mobile number of the Flebo with the customer, and this will come with your logo. So let's see how we have to provide the OTP here. So I'm just showing how the message goes to the customer. See, this is how the message would come, like a technician from your diagnostics is scheduled to visit. Track the technician live on map. This is how the link goes to the customer. So this goes through your SMS pack, which we'll integrate with the OptiLife platform. And this is how he can see the same screen that I showed on the web login. You can see from the backend. You will be able to see here also on the customer. This is how the customer will see on his mobile what time he is reaching, what is his body temperature if you are sharing that, and the mobile number of the Flebo. And then if you are sharing the OTP link, then this is how it will go. Thanks for making payment of rupees 300 to your diagnostics. Please share this OTP if the billed amount is correct. So this prevents any kind of cash leakage if it happens. So 5422 is the OTP. Let me go ahead and let's say, so he has to request it from the customer, and this is how the whole workflow would complete. Let's check at the back end. So you can see payment status is initiated. Once he has completed the link, you can see that the payment status has changed to paid. Payment mode is cash. So the whole flow is completed, and then you can see this information of the cash amount that is collected under payments. So payments will show you who is the Flebo who has collected the amount, what is the customer with his with the customer name and the mobile number, what is the amount collected, and what is the payment date and time. You can see the collection has been done at 16:26. It is currently 16:27. So it immediately captures the timestamp along with the OTP shared with the customer and status paid. So you can actually select the date range. So you can say, you want to see for this is by default for that day. If you want to see the collections done for any particular date or a date range, you can select that, and the whole information would be populated on this screen. So let's say I'll just show another used case wherein the customer, when the Flebo has reached the customer location and the customer requests further additional tests. So in that way, this flow is also captured here. He can actually click on something called estimates, which will have your price list, the test name and the price list readily available with your Flebo. And if the customer has requested for any additional tests, he can just click on those, and he'll be able to give an idea of the amount. So you can select for these 2 tests the amount is 350 plus 750. So he can just see that the estimate is 1100, and he can create this as an additional collection with the same customer name. He has to click on book now, and he can select, so whichever customers he has attended so far can be can be shown as part of the list. And the amount would be pre-populated, the amount that he had selected for these two tests, and he'll just say create. So this is called something called a self creation, that is, he has assigned this this test to himself. So let's check under my collections. Previously there was just one collection. This is the second collection that he has created at the customer location. So the collection can be created from the web portal. It can be created either from automatically, by integration with the LIMS. It can be done through an Excel. It can be self created by the Flebo. So all those options are possible. So now he'll have two collections, and we can see at the back end also live collections. You can go back to live collections, and you can see that one of these, previously there was one and now there are two. And then there can be a case wherein you have assigned to a particular Flebo, but he is not able to fulfill that collection. For some reason he is not able to go, and you want to reassign it to somebody else. So that is also pretty simple. All you need to do is go to all collections. Go to all collections, and then just click on which one you want to reassign and click on the edit button. Because this feature is used because there are cases when you want to change the collection agent. So all this information is editable. You can change any information from this page. So you can reassign to a collection agent, give a reason, comment, whatever, and just click on update. That's all. So you can see immediately the collection agent has changed. It has been reassigned to somebody else. You can see there were two collections initially with this person, and the other one that was reassigned, it has automatically removed from his mobile, and it will be reassigned to the person. It will appear on the mobile of the person of the Flebo to whom it has been assigned. So it is very simple to use. Here you have got something called customers. This is to add and update. So you can add any customer, you can update any customer name, you can create your own list. So it will show a list form of all your customers, and you will be able to see out of your customers how many collections they have requested so far or serviced from you. So all that information helps you to understand from which area you are getting more requests, and you can see all the locations on the map also. So once you do show on map, it will show you the density of your customers, from which area you are getting more information and from which area you are getting less information. So all that information can also be pretty much captured, which is at a management level. It gives you a pretty good idea of where you should focus. So this will show you your customer list. Going back to the screen wherein you want to see, now this is for you how you have created an collection and how has your Flebo taken up the task. Now just wanted to show one more thing. There's something called a punch in and a punch out. So punch in, punch out is like you capture the attendance in the office. The same fundamental thing is it will capture the attendance in the field. So it will capture the selfie of the Flebo along with the date and time stamp. So he has to click once a day. He has to do a punch in for whichever location he is starting from, and he has to click on OK. So it will come up with a date and time stamp, and this can be done with once a day. And similarly punch out, once he is done with the task, he has to do a punch out and he will be able to you will be able to access both the information from the backend also. So that information comes under collections. So you can see punch in has been done and the timestamp has been captured. So wherever it is actually going to be a selfie image, and whatever is the date and time, so you can see it is 14:33, it was captured at 14:33. So the time stamp has been captured, the date has been captured, and it actually is a latitude longitude that will translate to an address. It will translate, so you will get to know where, in which area, which part of the city he has punched in or punched out from. Punch out information is not applicable right now, but once he does the punch out, that information will also be captured here. So this comes under attendance. Now you want to see, let's say this is your team of collection agents and you want to know who is where right now, where is one person, or you want to know the whole team. So those are in green, means during office hours they have to be online in the OptiLive app, and you can click on show on map. So it will show you the live location of your entire team in the field. So the whole team can be seen who is where. This is live location, and you can zoom in and zoom out to see the whole team, or you can select one person or two people. You select two people, Ankit and one more person, and you see where they are. So whoever you want to see, you will be able to see, and if they move, if they change their location, whenever you see, you will be able to see their real-time location. Let's say you want to see what route has been taken by any particular flebo. So you can click on the name of the flebo, click on lines, click on customers and say show route. So it will show whatever route he has traveled on for that particular day, and it is a very detailed screen. It actually captures his live movement in the field. So you can see here it is very detailed. Each and every point is clickable here. Green pin is where he started his day. So green pin is his collection when he started at 6:23 a.m. It is captured, and every point on this route is clickable. You can see the time and the speed at which he was, like say near Shahganj. You want to say what time he was near Shahganj, you click on that, you see he is at Shahganj at 6:35 a.m. and he is traveling at a speed of 29 kilometers. So the speed and the time, everything is captured, and along the route what are the customers he has attended. So you can see he has attended these customers on the route. He has not gone anywhere else, he has attended all these customers. So you can see that this is customer number 6, and he completed this collection at 9:55 a.m. So completed has come from the information because he has, after he has slide to in transit, he has to slide to completed, and that's how the timestamp gets captured. So you can see for all the customer locations, you can see what time he has completed the collection along with the address. And if he has stopped for more than, let's say you want to know if he is stopping at a particular location for more than 60 minutes or more than 80 minutes, which will be defined by you, and it will be input in the OptiLive system, then you will see it as a red flag on the whole route. So I'll just show you a screenshot of that. This is how your route would appear, and with a screen with a red flag. So it will flag the time at which, if he has spent more than the 60 minutes or 80 minutes or whatever time you set it for them. So you can see that this person has spent 101 minutes at this customer location starting from 6:46 to 8:28. So you can see the whole information of his day. Any date range you can select any date, and you can select any person and find the show route. Similarly for live collections, these are those collections that are currently open, and all collections would include those that are completed and those that are not completed. So you can see here live collections. Under live collections you have to select all, then you see for the whole team live collections served are 6. Status is assigned, so under live it can be you have either newly assigned it to a Flebo or he is in transit, that is he is moving towards the customer location. And you can show, so this information is tabular form, and then the same information can be available in a map form also, map format. So you can see that this is the Flebo, he is heading towards this customer location. So this Flebo Satyavir is in transit and moving towards this customer Faraz Malik. So here is the customer Faraz Malik being served by Satyavir. So this is your open window for the day, which gives you a pretty good idea of what are the actions that are going on in the field and where they are going on. So the moment this is served by this Flebo, so you can see the screen moving, he is slightly moving, you can see him move, right? So this is very live captured, it is actually a live location, so you can see him moving. Once he has completed his collection and he has marked it as completed in the OptiLive app, this will disappear from the live screen, and you'll get to see it under all screen. So live screen is actually a screen of tasks that are open to be done for today. Whereas completed, under all collections we will see those that are live as well as those that are completed. So it is actually the full, it shows the full location. So let's see collections, it will show the entire collection for the day, and similarly it is in tabular form, what time what time each and every collection was completed or it is in transit, what is the serve time if the collection amount is being done, and this is whoever, this is a manual way of done, whoever is the admin who has entered this information. So you can clearly see this also on a map. So this gives you a view of the whole work that is done for the day. So this will be dense because you'll have a lot of information on this. So it is a superset of the live collections. It will show what are the, so it will have some completed collections, it might have some those are in transit, it might have some those are assigned also. Mostly I can see, currently I see most of them are completed, but those that are assigned and in transit would also be here. So this is a pretty comprehensive view to see whatever work is being done in the field live you see. So you see the live customer location, you see the live Flebo location, you see the route taken by him, what stops he has done, what customers attended, what time the collection got completed. So you can click on analytics. Let's say you want to you want a view of, you know, whatever you select a date range. I want to know how many collections done for a week or 10 days or for a month. So you can select a date range from here, and then you can select all your whole team, or you can, if you want to see the performance of one per Flebo also, you can select that. So it will show you how many total collections completed, how many collections are work in progress, how many timed out. Timed out means the Flebo did not change it to completed or did not change it to in transit, then the system does not capture that timestamp. So, and then out of the total number, it will show you a breakup of which Flebo has attended how many collections. It will show in the form of a pie chart also, and it will also show in the form of a tabular format. So the name of the collection agent, how many collections handled, what was the first completed collection, last completed collection time, timed out, and the time he has attendance capture, and distance traveled also can be enabled if you are paying them by the kilometers. So all this information can be, it is pretty comprehensive. It captures information both Flebo wise as well as order wise also, or collection wise also. So you can download this in either an Excel format or a PDF format. I'll just share with you, this is how custom your report can be generated, and this is pretty customizable. Whatever columns you want will be shown. So the name of the collection agent, what was the visit date, login time, logout time, total distance he has traveled. If you are doing some routes also, it can sub-calculate the route distance and give a total distance, total logged in time in hours. So it will show all these information, and along with that, if you have, you'll have your holiday list, your list of leaves, your list of shifts shift timings. So these can also be uploaded in the system via an Excel, and whatever is the latest Excel, the system honors that, and whatever is the previous information, that will be erased. It will be overridden by the newest sheet that you have uploaded. And on these dates or leaves, times or holidays, you cannot assign any collection to these phlebos. The system will throw an error saying that this cannot be honored, because this way it attends to whatever additional boundaries that you have. The more information you give to the system, the more accurate results it will give. So I think this is all, and if any further queries are there, any other details are there, we can take them up later. So thank you for your time. Thank you so much.